If you have melanin in your skin, your attention is needed here right now. If you know you have melanin in your skin or in your DNA, your attention is needed right now. You really have to be very, very careful. Right now, you have to be very careful. Listen to this man as he makes this shocking revelation that is mind blowing and at the same time very informative, and is going to help you. Make sure to subscribe, like, share this video to everybody you know in America that has this melanin. I'll be back with the commentaries. We have so much to see.
All right, y'all. So I need y'all to stop what y'all doing right now. And come a little closer, because this ain't no rumor. And this is just a real life warning for anybody with melanin in your skin. If you don't have melanin, please do me a favor, show some respect and keep moving. Just scroll, please. This is not meant for you. But if you black, you might be next, and I am not playing. Lately, we got black folks turning up dead. Do you hear me? And when the body come back, it's missing eyes, organs, even the fucking skin. And that's not exaggeration. That's not the movies. It's right here. It even happened in Sacramento. The family of Tanya Walker, a black woman, went missing. They say when they finally got her body back after about maybe 7 fucking months, only to find out her eyes and her skin had been surgically removed. Let that sink in. They said her face looked like somebody poured battery acid on it. There was no ID tag, no death certificate. Her own kids had to identify her by a tattoo on her arm. That's not no hospital accident, y'all. That's a cover-up. And if you think it stopped there, no. They got dozens of other bodies being stored off-site somewhere in a backroom morgue and not telling families nothing. No permission, no respect. Somebody got a whole operation running and black bodies keep popping up in it. Now let's ask the real question. Why us? Why is it always melanated folks coming back carved up? Especially more recently. Because melanin is value. It ain't just beauty. It's a biological superpower. See, melanin can absorb radiation. You didn't know that. It protects, it regenerates, and now they studying it in pharmaceuticals, in weapons technology, in bio research. Did y'all know that? See, they know something about us that we not being taught. Peep this. I seen a white woman getting melanin injections. Skin turning dark brown, darker than mine. And she even claimed that she's starting to feel black on the inside. Hold on. Right. You feel black on the inside? Because what? Because you got stared at in a store for 30 seconds? You face one awkward conversation and now you think you understand a lifetime of systemic trauma. They were looking at you because they knew you had white features and you was black as shit, and it probably looked weird. But sis, you cosplaying. You not living it. Look, this ain't no joke. This is about trends of fear mongering. This is about black bodies being exploited, experimented on, and erased. And we can't just act like it ain't happening. So here's what you need to do. And I mean do it right now. Stop going places alone if you ain't got them. Tell somebody where you at every time. And if somebody go missing, you raise hell immediately. Don't take the hospital or the police at face value. Get a second opinion. A private autopsy if you can. Start talking to your family, your circle. Build your alert system. This is life or death now. We in a time where you could be alive 1 minute and in a body bag with your damn eyes gone the next. If you ain't scared for your people, you ain't paying attention. This is not paranoia. This is preparation. Wake up, get aware, and guard your black body like it's sacred, because it is. It soaks up radiation. It soaks up radiation. And let me say something else about these truck drivers that turn up missing. Because I know you couldn't get me straightened up no motherfucking where without a fight or some signs that I was fighting my ass off. Unless the cop then tricked me into, or even dressed like a cop or pretending to be a cop, then tricked me into cooperating or helping with something. How is these dudes cooperating and ending up somewhere tied down? Who would they leave with? Who would they leave with? You ain't gonna leave with no strange white boys, and if some blocked your car off, you finna start scraping. So how is these? And you know what I think they're doing? They tying these black bodies up and then they leaving them out in the open to warn black people, don't bring your ass here. See, we start calling them sundown towns and gave them a title, and now they like, yeah, this is our space. See? And they get some young, wild ones, crazy ones. And people in the city, some people in the city know who it is, and they think these dudes are doing a good service. But what's not popping up is white bodies. And if every time that one black body popped up, taped up some motherfucking where, and you found two. Because see, you could just go to Craigslist, you could go to Facebook Marketplace, you could call you two white boys up and say, hey, come fix my car. And then them two bodies get found some motherfucking where. And then they'll realize, whoa. For every one that they find in this city, there's been two here. They'll start investigating in these cities. If black bodies are popping up in your cities, taped up and with the guts missing, these people ain't scared. These people is on one, and they keeping it like this because they think that they're doing something for their communities. When we gonna do something for our community? Or is we just gonna keep showing up and giving up our organs and our skin so that the people who God intended to never survive the heat? That's how the world ends this next time. And did you hear that general? Y'all can look it up. There's a general that was talking before the Senate and was saying that Africa is the go-to place. And we are going to need it because they have essential, he said, minerals that is essential to our survival in the future. Do you think he was just talking about shit in the ground, or you think he was talking about black people? Because my research says they've been using melanin and harvesting black people and trying to understand how it could be essential for human survival in the future. Why would weapons technology need black people? Imagine that. Why would biotech engineers need black people? They're not checking for nobody else. Do you know why? Because we are the originators, first man and first woman, and the purest form of melanin is here. Everybody else is watered down. That means we are first. So if anybody else think they are superior, get the fuck off of it or start reading, because you're making yourself look stupid as fuck. You're superior, but the sun gonna burn you up. What makes you superior? And I ain't taking shots because I got kids that are white. I'm talking to all of you motherfuckers that keep on thinking you're something that you're not, and you're getting a whole bunch of other people to believe it. And then you hate me because you're wrong. And you think that if you eliminate black people, that makes you superior? No, you just killed off human creation, even though you could never get rid of black people. God made us withstand even the sun that he made. Did you hear me say, soaks up radiation? Who can soak up radiation? Black people. Y'all watch y'all asses, because people realizing now the true value of first man and first woman. And did you know the government understands there are gods in us walking amongst the ungodly? Why do you think everybody's interested in black people? If you don't share this video, you don't love black people, because everybody should be warned. Give us a shot!
Wait until white people find out that the person that they pray to and call their savior and think that he's coming back. Wait until they find out that he was actually a person. Just remember, anytime you see the elites, or whatever you want to call them, trying to make us hate a specific person or thing, it's really just because that's the most powerful thing. They do everything in their power to make us hate black people. That's because these people are so powerful. These people have been here forever. White people did not pop up until about 5,000 years ago. Now, there's gonna be quite a few of white people that are gonna be mad at this because y'all think everything is about you, but I'm here to tell you that it's not, and it never was. Think about it. I don't know where the fuck white people came from, to be honest, but we are not meant to be in the sun. Like how, black people are from Earth. They have been here a long ass time, bro. The sun loves them. The sun hates white people, okay? I'm just being honest. Part of that has to do with wearing sunscreen and sunglasses, but that's for a whole nother video. All of those ancient people from ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, those were... Ever notice how the nose are always chopped off on those ancient structures? That's because they don't want us to know the truth. I'm not gonna say too much about this photo because I don't want my video to get taken down again. But I mean, y'all see what's going on. A lot of things you've just been lied to, y'all. Pretty much everything is the opposite of what you think it is. There's a reason they want to divide black people. It's because black people are the most connected. They are very, very, very talented at singing, dancing, athletics, you name it. So many things are designed to limit them. I think that black women are the most powerful people on the planet because the number two things that the elites, whatever you want to call them, that they hate the most is women and black people. So there you have it, black women. Those are the people that we need to be listening to. Those are the leaders of the new earth. And I'm not saying other women aren't powerful, but there's just something about an enlightened black woman who is embodying her gifts that is just so powerful, y'all.
I mean, this is what we've been trying to tell y'all.
All right, racists, let's talk about the truth. There is so much discourse lately about who is native and who is indigenous, and even the nerve to bring up who is the architect of soul food. And what everyone needs to understand is that black people are the earth. Black people are the only unmutated humanity. They told you humans came from Africa like it was a migration story. But that's not the truth. The truth is, Africa is the first face of the earth. And blackness is the source of all biology. Everyone else? Genetic drift, mutational echo, survival glitches adapted to ice and exile. Let's talk origins. The black woman is the womb of the world. Forget the Eve in the garden story. That was a stolen metaphor. The real Eve lives in the woman's mitochondria. And not just any women. Melanin-rich, thick-hipped, thick-lipped, and copper-toned. Elegant, poised, literally perfect, planet-rooted black women. White women don't carry the full ancestral genome. Asian, Mexican, and Native women only carry fragments. Black women carry the total code. She doesn't reproduce diversity. She births the whole species. When small African offshoot groups migrated north, they weren't evolving. They were mutating, adapting to survival, not thriving. That's where lighter skin, narrow nostrils, reduced melanin, and behavioral changes began. All signs of environmental stress, not superiority. You don't get white by evolving. You get white by forgetting the sun. And that forgetting is not advancement. It's regression. The white genome contains 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA. Let me repeat, they didn't just descend from humans. They were cavemen. Black people have 0 Neanderthal admixture. That's not a joke. That's biology. Black people are the originals. Non-black people are the remix. The problem is, the remix decided to express its evil nature by attempting to erase the original track. Let's talk indigenous. The term indigenous was invented by settlers to decide who was native enough to be managed, named, and displaced. But indigenous is a political term, not a genetic one. And political terms can't overwrite blood memory. Being first on the continent does not make you first on the planet. However, black people being first on the planet means they are first on every continent. The black genome is Earth's source code. Everyone else is just running a copy of their biological operating system. The war against black genetics is a war against humanity. Melanin isn't pigment, it's the processor. It's the molecule that translates solar energy into life. Plants have it, animals have it, humans need it. Black people have the highest concentration of it, which means black people don't just live on Earth, they translate it. They are not just a race, they are the root species. Black isn't a color, it's the motherboard. Every other group, adaptations, mutations, and mistakes. This isn't supremacy, this is truth. Black people didn't come from Africa. Africa came from black people.
Living a dream, living the African dream.
I heard that you want to travel to Africa, but haven't done anything to make it happen. Now, don't tell me that you're pushing it off because you don't know how to get started. Well, listen, that's why I'm here. And because I know you, like I know you, I could tell you that all you need is the holy grail of traveling to Africa. Listen, go to panafricanlifestyle.com and get your hands on a copy of this, Africa 101. It will give you the confidence, the knowledge, the cheat code to plan your escape to Africa. Wait, did I say escape? I mean, not saying that you need to escape from anywhere. I'm just saying that you never know when you might need to just like get up and go. And after reading details about things like healthcare and citizenship, you might just want to call Africa home. Now, wait, hold on. I can see that you get excited, and I did too. But first things first, you got to get the book. And don't be asking me if you can borrow my book. I mean, I would, but I need it for planning my own trip so that we both can make our way to Africa.
American hospitals are purposely allowing patients to unalive in order to harvest the organs. This was absolutely a theory for the longest time. However, the New York Times has released an expose basically proving that this is correct, that this is what has absolutely been happening in American hospitals, that they are purposefully allowing patients to die in order to harvest their organs, which is like such a wild thing. And it is massive collusion between the providers, the nurses, the hospital, and also these organ harvesting corporations and entities as well are purposefully allowing Americans to die in order to take their organs. This is crazy. We said this was a possibility. We said that this was happening, and it is so crazy that this is one of those conspiracies that I believed, but I was like, maybe not. Maybe I'm just looking for things that don't exist. It does exist. The New York Times has proved it. Go online and check out that article from them, because they also give you lots of personal stories and whatnot from people, from Americans that this has happened to. So the American hospital complex is unaliving Americans to steal their organs.
Oh my God, are you an organ donor? An article, New York Times, just came out proving another conspiracy theory. That if you are marked as an organ donor on your driver's license, they will try to take your organs. There's people who are crying, gasping for air, and they're still trying to take the organs. Remember, the medical industry is more about profit, and organs are way more valuable than saving somebody's life. And we've been saying it for years. I used to be an organ donor, and my wife was like, why did you do that? And I said, I want to be a good person. If I'm dying, maybe somebody can live off of me. And I'm so glad she made me change that. And if you haven't changed it, try to change it. It's hard. They don't want to let you. I kept changing it, and my license kept renewing, saying I was an organ donor. It took me going in there and saying, why, if I told you I don't want to do this, do you keep sending me one that says I am? And they had to cut me another one. Finally, they took the organ donor off. The article is New York Times. Go source it. There was a woman who tears were coming out of her eyes. The family was like, the sister was like, she's alive. You can't take her organs. And they're like, no, we're taking the organs. And the sister stopped them, and the woman showed up with a full recovery. But they were ready to take the organs because profit over patience.
Remember when I told you that 100,000 of us were missing? Black women and children. 40% of those children missing are under the age of 18. Okay. Let's put all of this together. So, we have all of these black people, more specifically black women and children missing in this country, and nobody. Think about it like this, if 100,000 white women and children were missing, this whole country would be turned upside down right now, because it's black women and children missing. No one cares except for us. Then I just read a case in Sacramento, California, where a black woman went missing for months, right, in 2023. Her sisters put out flyers trying to find her, even offered a reward for information of $3,500. And then the Department of Justice, the DOJ, noticed that she was marked deceased in 2024. And so then they found her, and she was at a hospital in the morgue on the outskirts of Sacramento. She had went to a hospital and 2 days later died from cardiac arrest, right? The hospital didn't notify anyone. They had an address for her, where she lived with her son. They didn't tell anybody while these people were searching for their loved ones. Then, once the DOJ figured out that she was already deceased and notified the family, they found her in the morgue on the outskirts of Sacramento. Y'all, her eyes were missing, her organs were missing, her epidermis, her skin was missing, right? They had took her organs, right? But get this, she wasn't an organ donor. They took them without her permission. 100,000 black women and children are missing in this country. And if you go to the hospital now, people, black indigenous, it's time for you to wake up, okay? You have to wake up, because it's getting really, really, it ain't even weird. It's a good thing, right? This is getting barbaric. This is getting, or they are getting back to their roots of being barbaric, of being inhumane, of being dehumanizing, because how dare you? How dare you?
I'm struggling with listening to so much shit. My baby she ain't resting. I want her at peace. I'm done with it all. I will fight the battle afterwards. Right now, I'm tired. I'm fed up. I did not sleep. I'm tired. I'm tired of going back and forth. I am tired. I wanted what I wanted. I don't know how to fight the system. It's failed me so much. It's failed me. And as I look at my baby, I can't look at her. For everybody who stuck this room out, I'm tired. I am my mother. I am fucking tired. I can't take no more. I don't know how much I can endure. I'm tired. And I'm telling everybody in this fucking room, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I tried. I can't. I have no peace. All I wanted was the tubes to come out and her kids to see her without it. I can't get that either. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Okay, let's see if we can work out a way for that to happen that doesn't involve you guys being in a lot of trouble, okay? You
All I
don't
want
need
is,
that.
I got pictures with them. Like,
I can tell you who Trump and MAGA's next target is. Black doctors. There is a bill in the House. It's called H.R. 3518. H.R. 3518. This bill attempts to change a civil rights bill from the 60s, the Higher Education Act of 1965, that Lyndon Johnson signed into law to make education more affordable for low income and black people. It created such things as Pell Grants, student loans, HBCU funding, etc. Well, this H.R. 3518, that bill is going to amend the Higher Education Act of 65 by prohibiting any sort of DEI program. In other words, they are going to change this civil rights law, this very important civil rights law, and make it a weapon against diversity, equity, and inclusion. How insidious is that? How hideous is that? How mean-spirited is that? So if medical schools does anything to promote DEI, then they will lose federal funding. They will lose loans. And that is really important for us African Americans because the average black medical student need federal funding, student loans, etc. And we, as African Americans, we need more doctors. Only 7% of U.S. doctors are black. And it's really, really important, very important, that we have doctors, black doctors, who understand our culture, who take our health issues seriously. And that's important because the medical industry is replete with systemic racism. And that is another thing that H.R. 3518 prohibits. Medical schools cannot even mention systemic racism. They cannot tell their students that the healthcare industry or any other industry in America is systemically racist. Otherwise, they could lose their federal funding. This is crazy. It's all a part of Project 2025. And I made so many videos last year, all last year, after Project 2025 came out, warning African American people, whatever you do not re-elect Trump and allow him to bring MAGA and Project 2025 into office. And that's now exactly what we're dealing with. Now, listen, just because this targets DEI, don't make the foolish mistake, as pro-black imposters want you to do, to dismiss this dangerous bill by thinking that DEI only benefits, therefore, it only harms white women if Trump targets DEI. That is ridiculous, people, because they're using their anti-DEI war, their anti-critical race theory, their anti-wokeism war against us blacks, not against white women. They're using it against us. Now, if you want more information about this H.R. 3518 bill and what it's doing or what it's intended to do to black healthcare, go to my YouTube channel and watch the video. I just put it up. All right. So once again, just know they are now targeting black doctors. All right. So I'm Reverend and Civil Rights Attorney Augustus Corbett. Thank you for watching this video and stay woke.
Welcome back. You heard that, right? A whole lot is happening right now, from so many people getting missing every day to people who were donors, right? Who had donor on their license. Whenever they've been taken to the hospital, maybe they go to the hospital, they're sick, they have been unalived, and their organs are harvested. So there's a lot going on right now. So the whole essence for this video is for you to learn, hear people's experiences, learn from it, and be careful. Mind the kind of places you go to, right? As someone with, the melanin, because, allegedly, it's been said that our own organs are more better than theirs. And so it's making it very, 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 high. Like the demand is so high out there, and these people can pay a lot just to get it. And most of the time, they use doctors. So you have to be very, very careful, be extra careful. When you're in the hospital, ensure you have a family member that is there, not the family member that is going to be sleeping when they're performing surgery on you and the person is not inquisitive, is not curious, why are you not coming out on time? Why is this happening? Don't get that get a very outspoken family member or friend to always be within the hospital. Is a lot right now. And this thing is going to make a whole lot of doctors who are, POCs to lose their jobs because some of these people will not actually accept or agree to do these things. And so that's why a lot is happening right now. And you have to be very, very careful. You have to be careful. You see that thing that they keep saying, oh, they don't want, it looks ugly, it's not fine. Melanin is the new gold in markets. I mean, melanin. Melanin is now the new gold in the markets. They are seeking for it and they are sorting out for it with their whole life. Guide yourselves. And if you know you have donor on your license, go and take it out. Remove it. I know you're doing this from a good place. You want to have someone and you're not here again. But baby, that thing right now is crazy. It's one of the worst decisions you've made so far. Go and take that thing off. Because these people might just decide to unalive you. Because from those videos we just watched, we've seen so many people saying, even the ones they thought was brain dead, at some point started, twitching, started making sounds and all of that. So be careful before you just have a they can rush there. And the next thing is, oh, this person is no longer alive, we lost him. Your organs have been actually harvested. I had someone I knew whose own was harvested in Malaysia. That is that serious. So be careful and I'll see you on the next one. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like, share, and make sure to always be here with Global Gist with BJ. See you on the next one. Bye.